The secret societies are certainly up to no good, and they could be lurking around in the shadows in your very own hometown. They've knowingly constructed places that you might see each and every day, but you could have no idea their true dark meaning. From the eerily bizarre Denver airport to entire capital cities, here are 10 famous places built by secret societies. Number 10. The Luxor Las Vegas. This one should be pretty clear for those who haven't noticed it yet. Located on the southern end of the Las Vegas Strip, the Luxor is a massive pyramid with a light that can actually be seen from space. It's one of the most recognizable hotels in Las Vegas, and builders of this massive pyramid took some serious time and effort in order for the design to work. Throughout recent years, you probably noticed quite a bit of affiliation with the Illuminati and the Egyptian symbolism. So is it just a coincidence that this massive casino was built with Egyptian scenery, or what was it that inspired them to build this? The Illuminati would seemingly control massive casinos, which then control people by getting them hooked on gambling and drinking, and then they could even gain more money that way. What other reason would someone want to build a pyramid-shaped building with a light that could seemingly illuminate the sky? Maybe we should ask the employees at the Luxor who they're truly working for. It's things like these that are just placed right in front of your face, but in order to see it, you just need to open your eyes. Number 9. Georgia Guideline Stones. The Georgia Guideline Stones are a set of massive runestone-looking statues in Elbert County, Georgia, and many are quite confused with its presence exactly. Sets of governing guidelines are inscribed in 8 modern languages, as well as 4 ancient languages, including Babylonian, Classical Greece, Sanskrit, and even Egyptian hieroglyphs. Here we see the 10 guidelines that are inscribed on it. One of the strangest would have to be maintain humanity under 500 million people. This certainly sounds like a goal of the Illuminati. When there are nearly 7 billion people on this planet, that means a lot of people have to disappear. Also known as the American Stonehenge, this was constructed in 1980 by an anonymous branch of Christians, but many are not so sure exactly who it was, and maybe that was just a cover-up. Some believe that this was actually constructed by a group of preppers for some type of nuclear apocalypse scenario during the Cold War. Others believe this was made by a satanic secret society, but many are pretty sure that it was built directly by the dirty cult themselves. The monument has received quite a bit of vandalism even recently in 2014. Number 8. The London Eye. London has often been a city that's associated with high-ranking Illuminati members, such as the Queen of England. They've been home to many secret societies, and we know without a shadow of a doubt that there's more than just one place in London that was built by the Illuminati. First of all, let's go ahead and start off with the pods on this massive eye. There's 32 total pods. 32 is a sacred number to the Illuminati, which stands for the highest rank in the Scottish Rite. These are a group of Freemasons who many believe branched off to do their own thing back in the 1700s. The Scottish Rite was originally a group of Knights Templar who plundered much of the Holy Land and then fled to Scotland. Some believe the Scottish Rite took home some important relics worth lots of money. It's believed that they have a large presence in British banking. Did the secret society organizations in London fund the construction of the London Eye in order to keep an eye on the sheeple? Who knows? Number 7. Denver Illuminati Headquarters. If the Illuminati were conducting their secret little dirty meeting somewhere, you would have to imagine they would be more secretive about it. The airport in Denver has sparked many conspiracy theories, and when you take a look at some of the artwork, you may begin to believe them yourself. This photo here shows a warlord destroying villages and making everyone miserable. It kind of sounds like something the Illuminati would do. They've created a large amount of mysterious murals, which they claim has to do with world peace. But what it really seems like is some kind of new world order. Why would something like this be at an airport of all places? It just keeps going, and potentially the most convincing piece of evidence is this stone that you see in this photo. Not only does it display a Freemason symbol, it was built by the New World Airport Commission. Okay. Many people don't realize exactly how creepy this place is until they take a walk through it themselves. Rumors of bunkers underneath a massive piece of land that this airport takes up have made many believe that it's actually run by the Illuminati themselves. Number 6. Skull and Bones Tomb. We don't know exactly if they built this, but they've turned this tomb here located at Yale into a headquarters to plot their next move. Inside, there's rumored to be the bones of Pancho Villa and also the Native American Geronimo, whose skull is missing from his original tomb. Coincidence? The Skull and Bones Secret Society appears to be a branch of the Illuminati with high-profile members who are getting ready to take over the world. It almost seems to be an Illuminati training ground, you could say, as most of the attendees are still in college. However, each year, only a few few high-class male undergraduates will be selected in order to join the secret society. The members of the society are commonly referred to as bonesmen, and their main facility is referred to as the tomb. New members must drink fake blood from a real skull or go digging for bones of their enemies. There's also been a total of 3 presidents who've been a part of this club, and the others have been quite influential. The first president was William Howard Taft, the others being George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. Many others have worked very high-ranking positions in the CIA as state senators, being powerful SEOs, and also billionaires, and even Nobel Prize winners. The society is only recruiting those who they know will be able to play a powerful role pulling strings across the world. In 2004, George Bush Jr. and John Kerry both ran for president during the final election. Both attended meetings at the tomb at Yale as well. So basically that year, you didn't have a choice. Number 5. House of the Temple. As we mentioned, the Scottish Rite previously having a presence in London, they're also here in the US as well. In fact, their headquarters is in Washington, D.C., which is synonymous for their secret societies and even the Illuminati. Designed by architect John Russell Pope, this was meant to resemble one of the 7 wonders of the world, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, which is currently in ruins. The House of Temple serves as a tomb for a man named Albert Pike, a devoted member of the Scottish Rite and also a former Grand Commander. It's said that he devoted a large majority of his time developing the rituals of the order and also published a book which discusses many pagan rituals and discussing the Scottish Rite philosophy. Anyways, this place displays many strange symbols, especially pentagrams, and ancient Egyptian statues or artwork. Only the highest members of the Scottish Rite are allowed to engage in some of these rituals that take place at the highest floor in the building. Number 4. The Louvre Pyramid. Paris has been another spot where many Illuminati freethinkers originally made their first debut. The King Louis XVI was executed, bringing about a new world order. The Illuminati wants you to have the illusion that you live in free democratic society, but in all reality, they're the ones calling the shots. Not long after the execution, Napoleon began his regime to take over the world, and many masterpieces around the world were looted and stored at the Louvre. If you come here, you'll notice quite a bit of artwork from places like Egypt, the Vatican, and Austria still on display. In a sense, it's been a site of cultural domination of the world, and it should come to no surprise that this large glass pyramid was placed here at the main courtyard. The glass pyramid also makes it possible to illuminate lower parts of the museum. This is just another bold move by the globalist elite to put their power right in front of your face. Number 3. Statue of Liberty. In recent years, there have been many discussions on the true reasons the French decided to give us the Statue of Liberty. It appears as though it was a gift, but actually from French Freemasons to American Freemasons in order to celebrate their victory overthrowing 2 powerful tyrants. It was designed by Frédéric Bartholdi from Colmar, France, and he was a known Freemason that joined the club in 1875. Being a member, he was well aware of Freemason symbolism. Today, we see it as a patriotic monument, but if you think about it, what's so patriotic about it? It's displaying an ancient goddess who's illuminating the harbor with her torch. Are we even for sure this is a woman anyways? This was originally named Liberty Enlightening the World, which already seems kind of fishy. Priests of ancient cults were known to wear longer wigs as well as robes, which seems a little bit something like what might happen during Illuminati meetings. The torch is off limits, probably unless you're a member of the Illuminati. It seems like a perfect place to have some meetings. Number 2. The UN Building. Also in New York City, we'll find the UN headquarters, and many have been a little bit suspicious of the UN to say the least. Many people believe that the Illuminati involves members who are leaders of different nations. They will plot horrible things in order to reduce the population and to keep a firm grasp over the world as we know it. The UN is known to have many of these world leaders in the same building at the same time, which could ultimately be all members of the Illuminati for all we know. While we're on this topic, keep in mind that the Rockefellers and the Rothschild families, who are often associated with secret societies, donated the land in New York in order for this to be built. Why would wealthy private business families donate money and land in order for a building such as this to be constructed? Whatever way you want to think about it, there are still a bunch of extremely powerful people all in one building up to something. And number 1, Astana, Kazakhstan. Here's another place where they could certainly be hiding, and you'd have no idea. Astana, Kazakhstan is the capital city of the country of Kazakhstan, and there's probably a lot of people who wouldn't even be able to find this place on a map if they tried. This massive city was recently built only 20 years ago, and when you take a look at the buildings, you kind of get an idea who's funding it. This massive building here is known as the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. Who do they think they're fooling? Another famous building they have here is what's known as the Beytürk Tower, which is often referred to as the Sun Tower. And anyone else kind of see a horned image of Lucifer while checking out the Google Maps Earth view? Just saying.